Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Everton 1, Manchester United 3 at Goodison Park today. Third straight defeat for Everton today. Very disappointing, very poor performance by the Blues and comfortably beaten early in the end by United. Carlo Ancelotti made a few changes to the team that lost to Newcastle last week. James Coleman, James Rodriguez, Luca Dean all returned, along with Mason Holgate making his first appearance of the season. And Gylfi Sigurdsson replaced Andre Gomes in midfield. Bernard come in to start as well. And it was a team, I think a lot of people looked at it and thought, okay, there's been a lot of discussion over Anthony Gordon. He wasn't even in the 18 today. So, Carlo Ancelotti's made that call. You looked at the Manchester United side, no Mason Greenwood, but it was still a very strong United side. Although Paul Pogba was on the bench. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew United could break on us and had the ability to hit us, with the Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Martial, all top players. The opening 15, I think it was quite even. Then I think Everton, we kind of got a grip of it. We'd had an early opportunity which Dominic Calvert-Lewin flashed the header over the bar from a Bernard cross, and Anthony Martial had put one just wide. Brilliant first touch and screwed the shot just wide. And then Everton took the lead. Long ball from Jordan Pickford. Dominic Calvert-Lewin made a nuisance of himself and it broke to Bernard, and he cut inside, hit it through Wan-Bissaka's legs to give Everton the lead. And it was just the start Everton wanted. And we were confident. Then we started stroking the ball around. But then we can see the goal, and it's such a cheap goal as well. Really poor from Everton's perspective. James Coleman doesn't block the cross. It comes into the box. Michael Keane just leaves Bruno Fernandes to run in and have a free header into in the penalty area. Free header right into the top corner. It's 1-1, and Everton had held the lead for just over 4 minutes. And just such a sloppy goal. Go out and stop the cross. Michael Keane is looking at all the play. There's nobody to mark. He sees Bruno Fernandes, go and mark him, and he doesn't. He gets between him and Mason Holgate. Free header, and it's 1-1. And then from then on, Manchester United were the better side in the first half, no question about it. When in front, Fernandes again, we allow a simple pass right into the foot of Rashford. He controls it, turns out of Fernandes. He crosses it for Rashford. Rashford doesn't connect with it. It catches Pickford out off the far post and in. I'm not convinced that Pickford done enough, but it's gone in, and you're 2-1 down. And from then on, it looked a long way back, and it was a long way back. Got in at half time, 2-1 down. Came in out for the second half, although Luca Dean had a great opportunity. And you're 2-1 down, and you need Everton needing to raise the game. You had one brilliant move between Luca Dean and Bernard. Lovely reverse ball, and Dean went on and hit the outside of the post. Could have maybe threw it across for Dom, but he smashed it against the post. And that was really it. Went into 2-1 at half time, hoping he'd come out with a little bit more vigour. But the fact of the matter with this Everton side is, without Richarlison in it, we just don't look a threat. We had James Rodriguez playing, some lovely touches from him, but just wasn't in the game enough. Didn't look fit. Certainly didn't look the way he did in the first few games of the season. So I don't know whether the manager said yesterday he wasn't fully fit, and it proved it today. He was on the periphery mostly. United did a good job on him, but we huffed and puffed in the second half, really, we didn't test the hair, and it was too often we just resorted to a long ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and he had to try and get something from it. Just simply not good enough, and the options off the bench just aren't there. Everton made a conscious decision to not bring in a forward player and let Moise Keane go out. So I'm not going to stand here and go, Moise Keane had been here, but we allowed a striker who could play out wide as well to go out on loan, and we didn't bring one in. And that is a poor decision as far as I'm concerned. It's a calculated risk, but even if Richarlison would have been fit, we've proven just by taking him out, there's just nothing coming off the bench. There's nothing different at all coming off the bench. Bernard, I thought Bernard had quite a good game today. He's probably our best player, really. Thought he had quite a good game. Luca Dean played well as well, but I thought Bernard was probably our best player, but he doesn't get into the box enough. But I just think you need that option from the bench, and Everton don't have it. We brought Shank Tosin on in the second half. You know, Alex Iwobi come on and was okay, but nothing, you know, nothing really to change the game with. And the game just petered out, really. Everton huffed and puffed, and we only really had a couple of half chances in injury time. We had one which Abdoulaye Doucouré blazed over the bar when he should have hit the target, and then Doucouré had another opportunity, a decent opportunity, just before United got their third goal, and he miskicked it. Ball back to him, needed to connect. I think Maguire got a block on, but he didn't catch it properly. He'd have caught that, it'd have been 2-2, we'd have got a point. United break, you know, we give the ball away. Coleman, too weak. It wasn't a very good ball, but he's too weak in the challenge. United break, I think it's 4-on-2. Rashford squares it and Cavani knocks it in. It's 3-1, it's game over. And that was the danger. But I just think the real problem for Everton is without Richarlison, there's nothing in that final third to complement and support Dominic Calvert-Lewin, especially because James drops in and does his work in and around, you know, that he drops into the half space, they call it. He's not right up with Dom, so Dom's just isolated. And Gylfi Sigurdsson's played in midfield today. I've just seen a stat that he didn't pass the ball once to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What's he in the midfield for? Because he can't tackle, he can't run. I don't understand what his role is, and all it seems to do to me is limit what Doucouré can do, because Doucouré has to cover for him. And yet, I think at the moment the manager's needs to look at that makeup of the midfield, and maybe until Jean-Philippe Gbamin's fit, they play someone like Ben Godfrey in there, just because he's played in there before, he's big and strong, he's quick, and it might free up Doucouré to attack, or maybe try Iwobi in there or something, I don't know. But today we just weren't good enough, and United deserved the win, and it's disappointing. It's a third defeat on the run. We've come back from the international break. Before the international break, we'd won every game we played. We've come back and played 4 games, haven't won a single one of them. 1 point out of 12, being an absolutely atrocious return of points after getting 12 out of 12. So the hope is that we'll come back after this next international break and pick it up with Fulham away. It's a tricky game. It's a game we can win, but we need Richarlison back, and we need to somehow get a pattern of play back and get a shape back, because at the minute we're just a little bit we just look a little bit ponderous. Whether that's just simply because players are carrying injuries, I don't know. But today, United were well worth the victory. Man of the match for me, I want to give it to Bernard. Good goal. Thought he was quite lively all the way through. You know, and there wasn't that many other candidates. I don't think Luca Dean, like I said, ran him close. Other than that, I thought, you know, that was it really. Disappointing afternoon at Goodison Park again. So, Everton 1, Manchester United 3. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. See you later.